Dermal fillers is the name that we give to products that we use to enhance the areas of the face. It adds volume to the areas and it'll smooth out lines and wrinkles. Typically we would use hyaluronic acid. This is a natural product which is naturally found in just underneath the skin. Now we can produce this in the labs to recreate that product, so it's an ideal solution that we can inject into the face to do this. We can use it for lots of areas of the face. Sometimes people are worried about the lip area, sometimes the lines around the top of the lip or the downturn of the corners of the mouth. Sometimes it's that people have quite slim lips and it's quite fashionable at the moment to have a little bit more volume. So we can use the fillers in that way just to smooth out the lines and wrinkles, give a little bit of more volume. We can also inject into the cheek area. We lose fat as we get older. The natural aging process says that we're losing bone and we're losing fat all of the time. So we can use fillers to recreate that, give a little bit more volume and a smoother appearance. So we can inject into the cheek area, also in the chin area, this region. We tend to find that the face turns in on itself as we get older. So to give the illusion that the face is a little bit larger and more round, which is what we tend to associate with a youthful face, we can inject into the chin area to elongate that, give a more round face. The temple region, this is an area as you get older you tend to lose fat from. So again, we can inject into that area and it just gives you a more oval shaped face, which is what we're aiming for. Typically, we would use Botox in the top part of the face. The action of the Botox is to relax the muscles so that the muscles are inactive for a period of time. Normally that's about 3 months and then you would get full movement back. We tend to use Botox for the frown lines, for the forehead lines and for the smile lines here. We tend to use dermal fillers to add volume. So Botox won't give you volume and it won't take away crevices like lines and wrinkles. It won't remove those, but it will stop the muscles from moving. So in that sense, it will stop the movement here. So it stops you from having the appearance of the lines. It'll stop you being able to look up. So it takes those lines away. And when you smile, you can smile, but it softens the lines in that area, where dermal fillers are giving you more volume. So dermal fillers are similar to blowing a balloon, filling a balloon with air. You're taking those lines away from that action. But Botox is inactivating the muscle for a period of time, so that's why you're removing those lines. I wouldn't say it was painful, but there is a bit of discomfort. Depending on which area that you haven't treated, I think the lip area is slightly more tender than other areas. For that reason, we would always use local anaesthetic. You get a little bit of a sting with that, but once you've had the local anaesthetic, it really isn't painful at all. You're aware that something's happening, you're aware that there's a touch there, but it really shouldn't be painful. And in other areas, sometimes you need local anaesthetic and sometimes you don't. It's really just a little bit of discomfort. I wouldn't say it was painful. Dermal fillers, definitely you can see the results instantly. Sometimes you get a little bit of redness and a little bit of swelling, and that can take a few days to settle down. Some people bruise a little bit and that can even take up to 2 weeks. So I would say initially you will see an improvement and you'll see where the improvement is going to be, but it'll take 2 weeks for it to settle down. So if you plan to do something for a big day, we always advise you to do it maybe 2 weeks in advance, just so that you've got the correct result for when you want it. Well, we only use products that have particular approval. So our products have the CE approval, which is a European standard, or the FDA approval, which is an American standard. And then we know that we're using the correct products. And also, it's not just about using the right products, it's about injecting them into the right areas. So it's really important that you're knowledgeable about which products you're using and where you're putting them into someone's face. And obviously we wouldn't be injecting anyone who had any medical implications. So we always check out their medical history first before giving them any treatment. Common side effects would include a little bit of redness, swelling, tenderness, perhaps a little bit of bruising. They would normally resolve within about 2 or 3 days. On occasions you could have bruising that could last 2 or 3 weeks, but that's not very common. During consultation, we would discuss what your expectations were and what we could hope to achieve. And at that point, we would discuss your medical history, make sure you were suitable for the treatment, and discuss any even rare side effects. Depending on the solution that you use, I suggest it probably lasts about 3 to 6 months. The more times that you have the product, the longer that product will last for you. And also there are some products, we would only ever use hyaluronic acid in the lip area, for example. But if somebody was wanting to have treatment in their cheek area, we would always start with hyaluronic acid because it's a gentle treatment with a very low side effect profile. But if they decided they wanted to progress and have something that lasted a little bit longer, we do have a product called Radiesse. Now, this one's a little bit more robust, the product, and we know that that one's going to last a little bit longer. In my opinion, I think it lasts about 6 to 9 months, and then that would be the time that you'd want to top it up, perhaps have a little bit more treatment. And usually these are treatments that people would want to continue to have, so it's nice to have a plan in your mind that, yes, you're going to start to have treatment, you're probably going to love the treatment, and you're probably going to want to go and have more in the future. We would go through consultation and discuss what your needs and expectations are, and then together we can choose the right product for you, because sometimes people come in with an idea that one product's particularly good for them, but by the time we've had a discussion and we've assessed your needs and your requirements, sometimes we find that that's not the most appropriate product for you. So it's really important that we discuss exactly what the plan ahead is and that you're happy with everything, and then we can guide you through what the best product is for you. We have a wide range of dermal fillers, and really it depends on the individual patient and what their aims and objectives are. We would use lighter products in the lip area, and then thicker products if people wanted longer lasting products. We could use those in the cheek area, for example.